We can't both be backwards.
We're both going backwards.
Wow.
Yeah. Tiki-taki.
All right. TikTok, what up? Okay. YouTube, what up? Okay, we're going to play the song, get our minds right, and then get ripping.
That's YouTube.
This is YouTube. Okay. This is TikTok. Try not to stare at yourself with your narcissistic
dude, you do tendency.
I know, because I like it. Like, dude, I've been sick for a year and I'm still buff as heck.
It was hard not to, you know? Makes you like stupid as fuck.
Yeah. All right, we got a good mix of low and high today. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, you switched back to front?
I'm still figuring it out. We haven't. We'll see by the end of the song.
Okay. I mean,
you got a cool hat, dude.
I like it. Yeah. Oh, perfect with the thing I got to talk about.
Sick. Instagram come up.
What?
Instagram come up.
Yeah.
They got me.
What's up, Philip? How you doing, buddy?
It's the Coach and Coco cast.
All right, hey, what up? Coach and Coco cast.
What up?
I'm Coach Ryan. This is my co-host, Coco Kokoris.
It's cracking.
So we survived the rapture.
I don't still know what the rapture is.
Okay, so TikTok, my TikTok was loaded with people predicting the rapture was going to happen on the 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
Because this dude who said he was a prophet said that he was told it was going to happen that day, and basically anybody who believed in God was going to be lifted up to heaven on that day, right? Okay, so here's why I was worried. I've not been feeling too good lately, and part of that's been some stomach problems.
Okay.
I was not to be too graphic, but I was in the bathroom a lot of the day, especially during the peak time when they predicted the rapture, and I'm like, oh my God, please. Not right now. This would be
there with your
pants down and stuff happening, and it just wouldn't have been a good time.
Yeah,
I'd just be on my phone like, oh.
It reminds me of what's that movie with Chris Farley, the Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
Where he always goes, you seen that?
No, I love that movie.
When he goes up to the friggin' meditation land or whatever, and he's like flipping and screaming and rotating.
That would have been me for sure. Yeah.
I love it.
It's funny. One year, my brother, he used to be pretty heavy, and he got a ninja costume. I think it was Halloween, and we were calling him Beverly Hills Ninja. He wasn't into that at all.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So we survived. Either we're not that good, or it didn't happen. Either way, we got to keep on keeping on, which is kind of the theme of today's episode. Find purpose and keep pushing through. Whether it's good or bad, you got to just keep charging.
Who thinks of these things, man?
These rapture things and stuff? Well, I think
dates and this.
It's a good way to like get more people to join your thing.
Right.
I think he got a lot of attention. Now he's probably getting negative attention, but
of course,
that's a repeated thing that's been happening just years and years and years and years. You know what I mean? Like since the beginning of religion, somebody has been saying it's the end and getting people to prepare. But dude, people sold their houses, they sold their cars, they like liquidated their stuff. They were like waiting outside all day and stuff, not on the toilet like me.
Dude.
Yeah, it was insane.
Bunch of morons, man.
Silly.
Come on.
I know. So TikTok, hey, I know you too. Cool. If you believed in the rapture, sorry it didn't happen, but good news is you get the Coach and Coco cast now. So let's go through. I want to do a teaser right now. I got an idea at the end for a show or a sort of reality competition that's going to blow you away. I wrote a whole page outline. Look at that. It's good. It's good.
Oh, no. Man. I love it.
It's good.
Yeah.
All came just from looking at a mug on a guy's desk. So let's get rocking with. You got a lot more news than me. All my news is I've just been feeling yucky and
Yeah, it
laying
sucks,
around.
man. We should
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that too. But I missed you, man.
I know I missed you too.
Did for real?
Well, here's the thing. You guys see this? You guys see this chemistry we have? Everyone comments on it. This dude goes around town, though. I found out this guy goes around town telling everyone he would just beat me up easy.
Did not. When did I do that?
That's what Carlos said.
Carlos who?
Carlos
Because he watched the
Perez.
podcast.
Carlos Perez. Somebody on TikTok said that they had their money on me. You've been butthurt about it
I
since
didn't
then.
say anything to anybody. They must have watched the podcast, man.
Carlos came over to my house when I had a little barbecue. You came too.
Oh, that Carlos.
Yes.
No, that was different.
And he said,
That was different because you didn't text me that you're having a party. And
yes, I did.
yeah, and then I told Carlos, I said I'm gonna have to kick his ass when I get there, which I didn't, but
You didn't do because you and me wouldn't throw hands with each other. So
not in
the
front of all your
debate will
friends.
never be solved
Yeah.
because you still have a career. I don't want to end that career either mentally, where you get destroyed by a sick one-legged guy, or physically at the look at the difference. See, this is your whole body in one arm.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yep. Or maybe I just
Just don't punch me in the nose. I'll cry right away. Anytime I get hit right here, I just start crying. It's automatic. In 8th grade, I got into a fight and I won, and everyone still called me crybaby because he tagged me right there first.
To be fair, when you get punched in the nose, it kind of makes your eyes
It
water.
does. It makes, and it's like a super trigger on me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It
It
makes-
doesn't really count.
It makes me look like I just watched The Water Horse. You ever seen The Water
I
Horse?
have not. No, it's really sad.
I took a field trip with the special ed class, and we had 2 DVDs, Wild Hogs or Water Horse, and on the bus ride, and they picked Water Horse like 4 times in a row.
It sounds. It's got the name of a really sad movie.
It's super sad, dude. The authorities want to take away this creature she finds, and
Oh,
the creature's
no.
her only friend, and all this.
It reminds me of.
It's brutal. I cried right away.
Reminds me of that scene in Neverending Story.
When the horse?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's one of the worst.
stuck in the mud. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I know.
For life, man.
The other one that makes me cry in the Emoji Movie when in Inside Out, Bing Bong jumps off they're on this roller coaster and Bing Bong's her childhood friend, but he's making it too heavy, and it's a metaphor for letting go of your childhood.
No.
And Bing Bong jumps off so that the thing can keep going up. I cry every time Bing Bong
What
jumps off.
happened, what happened to Bing Bong?
He jumps
Yeah.
down there, he disappears.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I cry for Bing Bong every time.
Bing Bong, man.
Yeah,
That's life.
that is.
Yep.
All right, so let's rock your news now that we're 8 minutes in.
Yeah, I got a little bit of news. So we're starting our MMA workshop up next week. I'm hyped on that. So that's going to be fun. That's Thursday, 4:30.
Thursday, what's the date again?
The
October
2nd.
October 2nd.
October 2nd, yeah. And that's
Cool.
that's open to the public. It's free. Our age gap, it's through my program. So, there's kind of a specific sort of demographic that we're looking for. People that need that kind of support, of course. The age gap is 12 to 26. And we're rocking right now.
Cool.
So I'm really excited. Yeah, I got a lot of good ideas, and all the more or less hard work is done. So yeah, now it's just time to
What
rocking.
for the South Tahoe High School kids that are watching and stuff, what equipment would they need? What would they need to do?
The first day, just show up because we're just gonna do paperwork, and then we're just gonna do an introduction, get to know everybody, and just kind of lay out, what the program is gonna look like. So just workout clothes, dude. We got a budget for gear, and I dropped like $1,000 on gear.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Brand new boxing gloves.
Nice.
New everything. So
Cool.
but I don't know if that'll get there in time for the first class. So, but either way, the first one is just going to be an introduction. But we got so many cool ideas we're working with, and see how it goes, see where it can go.
Sweet. Get in there. You want to learn from the best. He's right here.
Thanks, man.
Sweet. All right. Any other happenings?
No, October 10th at the college, there's a big event. Pull up. It's going to be fun. I'm doing an MMA demonstration, graffiti. There's going to be a car show, lowrider show. So, yeah, pull up to that one. we're trying to keep that one a little bit more low key, so we're not doing a ton of promoting
Okay.
outside of stuff like this.
Cool.
But if you guys want something to do on October 10th, come out to LTCC and have some fun. And then otherwise, just tell your friends.
You don't want to do promoting. Don't put it on my TikTok that's blown up.
How many followers you got?
Like 300.
Probably all from Tahoe too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I got 1,500 on YouTube now.
Okay.
1,537.
Well, we're already here, so whatever.
Yeah.
Come out.
All right, cool. All right, so I don't want to bring it down too much. We're going to bring it down and pick it up. Spoiler alert, like I said, at the end, stay to the end, I got a great idea, as good as the other ideas. So in the past 8 months or so, I had a good friend, jiu-jitsu guy and everything, committed suicide. Then I had another friend pass away out of an accident. And then very recently, a former student of mine committed suicide and a family member attempted suicide. Now, to me, it's very hard for me to get in that mindset.
There's another kid over last weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the guy.
Okay.
So I was the detention room guy, right? OCR.
Mm-hmm.
I probably spent more time with that kid than anyone. Yeah, like I feel like besides his family, it was probably me because he was in there all the time. He was a troubled guy, but I really liked him. He was funny. He was creative. Things he got in trouble for, I had to hold back full-on laughs hella times because like he would do he would like turn in an assignment that was completely inappropriate but crack me up, and he would have to like redo it.
Actually, kind of hilarious.
Yeah, he was hilarious, and so I've been really struggling with thinking about that a kid would feel that desperate and that unloved or that deep of despair, right? Mm-hmm. And then, you know, when it's your family, you get those same feelings of guilt and anger and like, what the heck could bring somebody to that point?
Yeah.
And so I've been working through a lot of the stuff we've already been talking about, but I just kind of like put together a list, just things that I've had a tough time this year, and I've had off and on tough times just like anybody. And just kind of things that I do or ideas that I had just kind of that will help with that thing. And then I just want to add, like many times I've been reached out to from somebody who's feeling that way. Mm-hmm. There was a guy not too long ago that said he watched Momentum and said that he had a pistol that he was going to put to his head and watched it and realized he shouldn't. Right.
That's crazy.
And I've had a lot of other things, kids that I've coached, or, you know, there was not too long ago a girl that I coached who sent me a message that she was thinking about doing something terrible to herself. And I called right away and we cried on the phone together a little, and it ended up not happening. Who knows if it would have otherwise, but right. I just want to put it out there. We're available for that. And there's also helplines and school resources and many resources available for that because it's a massive problem. I found out the second leading cause of deaths in America are self-inflicted.
Wow.
Which it's sad and insane and brutal. Yeah. It's a brutal reality.
It is a brutal reality.
Especially since I always say you only YOLO once.
Yeah.
And to take that opportunity from yourself and your loved ones it's just a gnarly thing to deal with.
Super gnarly. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine about it the other day, and for me, and we were talking because everybody struggles, right? Like everybody goes through shit, and I've definitely gone through a lot of hard times in my life. I know you have too, but what I always do, the way I always look at it, and I think that everybody should look at it this way, the more that you fill your life with connection, friends, family, purpose, the bigger team that you build, that creates relationships. And for me, when it comes to suicide, it comes to these real tough topics to even talk about, is to think about the repercussions and think about, like, for me, I have best friends, I have family members, my grandma, I have so many people in my life that if something were to happen to me in any way, it would affect them so much. And that's why, like, personally, life's gonna get hard, man. It's hard. It sucks sometimes, you know. It's good, it's bad, it's not always bad. And like, I've learned to enjoy the hard times in life. Personally, I became one of those kind of sick individuals that doesn't mind it as much when it's tough, because it always has in the past molded me into a better person.
Yeah.
It's given me more compassion. It's given me more determination, and it recalibrates you. Hard times recalibrate you into a better person. But accepting that that's the inevitable, and just knowing that, like, if you had somebody you really cared about that took their own life, how would you feel?
Yeah.
When they're struggling. And since we all are struggling, we should always look like, since those people are holding the line for us, we should hold the line for them. That's just how I've always looked at it.
Love it. That's perfect. All right. So you hit a lot of the things I was going to talk about or bring up. One thing that helps me is reflect on your values, right? Knowing what you care about and write it down, whether it's family, creativity, justice, freedom, faith, etc., and align your actions with those values. So I think of it as, be the person who exemplifies the values that you hold by casting votes towards that. Like, if I say I want to be a tough, reliable person, any opportunity that comes up where I need to be tough or reliable, I do it. And it's like I'm casting a vote towards that person. And eventually that person is just going to be who my mind elects when it comes to a time to deal with that. And it really helps to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Just write down on a notepad, on the notes app. Tell your Google Assistant, whatever it is, just what matters to you, right? What matters to you, and then where can you lead yourself, towards those things and make a difference in those areas.
Absolutely.
And then another thing, pay attention to your curiosity. I get in these rabbit holes of like topics and stuff. Like, I've been watching a lot of so my backup idea was a thing called Felony Land,
Okay.
where you can go and commit crimes.
Oh, dude.
Because
that's a great idea.
Yeah, but I didn't fully flesh that one out. That might be next time.
Oh,
but
dude.
I get curious
like
about
game.
What?
It'd be an amazing video game.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically Grand Theft
I was
Auto.
just gonna say that is GTA for sure.
But Felony Land, like, kids, you go to Disneyland or California,
You can do all the things you're not supposed to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can spit gum on the ground. You can
Well, that's That's misdemeanor land.
Okay, so we're talking
Felony land is like
stealing shit,
like bank heists.
I see.
Be a mob boss,
beating up the clown at the
friggin'
kicking him in the balls or whatever. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Things like that.
Doing all the things you want to do but can't.
So anyway, I get curious about like the underworld, like La Cosa Nostra, mafia stuff. I watched this guy who infiltrated. I watched a whole thing about this guy who infiltrated a biker gang.
Okay.
That was running a car theft racket and drug running and stuff. And I just think what's important to keep you locked in is just notice what topics or causes or activities you naturally want to lean more to, and then just engage in them and learn about them and like get involved. That will give you a purpose that's just like free.
Yeah.
We have access now, like this thing that I'm streaming on right here. I could find information on any topic imaginable, and it's never been true in any other time.
Absolutely.
And then like if you're really digging something like that, like if you find yourself liking true crime, okay, maybe you should pursue criminal justice.
Right.
You find yourself watching knockout highlights, maybe you should go learn how to knock somebody out.
100%.
You find yourself like interested in the homelessness crisis or something, maybe you can volunteer at a food bank, something like that.
Yep.
Just like pay attention to your curiosity.
I agree. Lean into yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
100%, man.
And then where that leads into is serve others. It's been a true thing for me always. Volunteering, mentoring, helping people in small daily ways. Mm-hmm. It creates a deep sense of meaning. And if you're thinking about maybe ending it for yourself, think about the small things you do for people that wouldn't be done if you were gone. Like you were saying, like the impact you would have. Just think about how much you actually do help or can help or have the capacity to, and all the energy you're putting into thinking about how dark things are.
Yeah.
Think about making it light for somebody else.
Yeah.
And that light will start shining on you.
Agree. Yeah, for sure.
Another thing that we both do and talk about and are like sort of acclaimed for is look at the hardships you faced and consider how you can help others go through similar struggles. Especially like, any of the
Yeah, it's leadership, man.
leadership, and just be like, man, I know exactly where you are. I felt exactly what you felt. This is what I did, and let me pull you up to where I am when the way that either somebody pulled you up or you pulled yourself up from that low point.
100%.
Also, in that same thing, when you're coming through things, identify your strengths, right? Explore your strengths. The reason why it works, the society we have, is we all have different strengths that we bring to the table. And then because we're tribal, that I always talk about, and because we're connected and social, all of those strengths come together to create like a really powerful thing. I like the show Trailer Park Boys. You ever watched it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There's a thing in the Christmas special where he takes one cigarette and he crushes it. Then he takes three and he can't break it. And the little like lesson is the three cigarettes together are too strong, and they're stronger when you're together, right? So explore your strengths and see how you could use your strength to amplify someone else's strength or to fill in a weakness they have, and vice versa. Maybe they have a strength. You're not organized, they are. Invite them to help you be organized. You're not brave, they are. Have them motivate you to be braver, those kind of things.
Right.
And then on that same line, you were talking about connect with the community, join groups, go to his MMA seminar, go to clubs, like faith communities. When you have shared goals and bonds, that can really spark a purpose that was hidden in you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And leaning into yourself, like you said.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. I think the world tries to pull us away from who we are.
100%.
And, I think that's what makes people doubt themselves and find themselves in these ruts.
Yeah.
There's so much space for you in this world. There's so much space for your personality, your talent, your failure, whatever your story is, your passion.
Like social media, politicians, all of those things benefit from telling you you're less than, or that you don't belong, or that like that group is evil or whatever. That's all a lie. And you belong somewhere, and you're not less than, or there's no negative thing that these things can ascribe to you that are true, right?
100%.
Practice gratitude. This is a thing for me all the time. You told me the other day that you never hear me complain. It's because anytime I think about complaining, it sounds reductive, but I simply switch it to what am I thankful for, and how much better is it for me than it could be, or than it is for someone else. Yeah. I always go back to the example of somebody like in a war-torn country,
right,
that house or living area is destroyed, and they're going somewhere that doesn't want them, that they don't know.
Yeah.
Right. That's a lot worse than anything we're actually dealing with.
100%. Yeah.
Pursue lifelong learning. Okay. If I ever feel down, I just try to learn something.
Yep.
That one's simple.
That's huge though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just learn something, and you're like, okay, well now I know something that maybe someone else doesn't, that I can teach, or that like, okay, maybe I learned that somebody else had the same problem as me and overcame it this way, or wow, they used to think this and now this, I used to think that and now this. And it's like, it makes you really realize one of the values of life is like, we get that one chance to gather as much as we can mentally. And by the end, we've created something completely unique and special. And it's only one of us.
And you could get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this I read it today in a book. I don't know if you've heard of this, but I talked to my buddy about it today. Joseph Campbell's concept of the mythic hero's journey.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
No.
So this guy's an author apparently, but I read this in a book I'm reading this morning. I'll just read it because it's super dope. It says, it's a formula describing the steps that a hero goes through when he embarks on an adventure, encounters trials and obstacles, and returns victorious. One of the key elements of the hero's journey is one we often overlook, the last stage, which Campbell called return with the elixir. The hero's journey isn't fulfilled until he makes it home safely and shares what he has gained with others. The idea of service is woven into classic story structure as a key part of a happy ending.
I like
That's
that.
sick, right?
Yeah, that's way
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. So
That's perfect.
yeah, and I think that concept, like I've adopted that concept in my own life. Is that's how I live my life, and that's why I go so hard because, you know, I come from tough circumstances. A lot of people know my story. I had a tough time. I had good and bad. You know, it was black and white, but you know, I lost my mom at 19 and a lot of other stuff that was going on, drugs and alcohol throughout my whole life. And then of course, everything at 26 and a lot of people know my story, but it hasn't been easy. But the way that I've always looked at it is like, I always relate it to Lord of the Rings. I know that's super silly, but I was just talking to my buddy about it today. Like, you know, the Hobbit, Frodo, he's like, comes from this small little cozy Baggins End or whatever. It's this little cozy little town. Nobody leaves. Everybody lives there, dies there.
Yeah.
And then you have like the wizard and you have all these like warriors that are like bigger and stronger than him, seeming like on the outside.
Yeah.
But yet he's the only one that has the capability of taking the ring and destroying it.
Right.
And so he goes on this crazy journey where he like faces all these different like things, trials and tribulations, these battles, parts of himself, all this, builds like a real close team, people he can actually trust on and be dependent on. And then he comes back, and that's one of my favorite parts at the end is when he comes back home and he's different.
Right.
And he's able to share stories and teach. And so.
And he wrote the story basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what's tricky that I found out? The name Frodo actually comes from like an old English meaning wise through experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
So you relate to Frodo.
I do. And I think that like anybody who has like a story or struggle should just adopt that. It's not supposed to be easy. If life was easy, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody's story is like different. Maybe you grew up in foster care. Maybe your parents were on drugs. Maybe you lost somebody at a young age, a sibling or a friend or whatever it is. It's different, but it's sort of the same in terms of what we're able to do with it, you know, and that process of becoming kind of the hero to your own story. And if you can adopt that mindset, you can get through pretty much anything. We've talked about it before a little bit.
Yeah, but it's fully true.
Yeah.
For Lord of the Rings, I relate to Gimli.
Who's Gimli?
The dwarf, the guy the beard and the axe.
Funny. That is so you, dude. Oh my god. Just a big tough.
Yeah, and just whomping
front line, just never. Yeah. Just
doesn't
never
dies.
Just fucking is always just wrecking people.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. So along that sort of thing, also create something. You know, sometimes I will just put myself into art or writing. I've been writing a lot of letters to people lately. I like to build. I built a lot of stuff in my backyard, building projects. All of those things can channel a purpose through just expressing what's inside of you. Yeah. You know, all art, all movies, all books, all of the things we're talking about are about that thing. Somebody who overcomes impossible odds, right? They don't make the movie. You don't read the book or watch the movie of the guy who everything went well for and he had good credit and lived in an apartment and
lived a basic life.
It's just not a story.
Yeah, took the easy route. Yeah.
Right. We just don't watch that story.
That's not human nature either, man. That's why people get depressed and stuff a lot of times. It's like it's a double-edged blade because when you go through stuff, it's hard, but when you don't, or when you try and go that safe, easy route, it's hard too.
I agree.
But they make a movie about you.
Yeah. Momentum on PBS. Watch it. Mm-hmm. Set meaningful goals. We talked about this on our first episode or second episode or third episode or fourth or fifth and now our sixth. There's always some sort of mention of goals. Short-term goals, long-term goals that challenge you and improve your life or others' lives. That creates a direction. And you got those goals. That's something you can hold on to no matter how you're feeling or what's going on. Mm-hmm. I'm as big a fan of goals. I know there's some shortcomings of goal setting systems and stuff, but having that direction, otherwise you're just a rudderless ship. You know, you don't sail from port and just say, I'll figure out where I'm going to go.
Mhm.
You sail from port with directions and a compass, and it's guiding you. You know, I want to find this place, or I want to get to this place. So having that goal, if you don't, you're just going to kind of drift, and you're going to feel that rudderless, disappointed in your direction feeling, because you don't really have a direction, and you're going to be going forwards, backwards, sideways, everything. Just set some goals, short term, long term, and we will help you with that. You know, you go to the MMA thing he's doing, there's a goal right there. Maybe it's to learn a technique, short term goal. Maybe it's to get in the cage yourself, long term goal. Maybe it's to be world champion, long term goal. All of those will help give you purpose, give you something that directs your actions, and will be something that you learn something and you can help other people with that knowledge, just like you were talking about with the hero's journey.
Yeah, it's your North Star. Super important.
Mentor and teach kind of goes along with all the other things we've been talking about. Another one that's just real simple, and especially if you're one of these Tahoe people watching here, or really anywhere, spend some time in nature.
Yeah,
If you're feeling low, like
for sure.
the magnificence of these mountains, this
Oh, man.
lake we have.
Yeah.
I've been eating dinner at least once a week on the beach.
Yep.
And no matter how yucky you feel, drag yourself over there, find a picnic table, and just look at the lake and think about how it's millions of years old, and how clear it is and beautiful, and how amazing just how life just thrives on its own.
Oh, and it's, yeah, man. We live in, like, you can see, it's almost like you can see the world from a different perspective here, because it's so, like, natural.
Yeah.
There's not a nasty city surrounding us. I've been going up to Echo Summit almost every day since I've been home,
Nice.
and just working out and praying and stuff. And you can see everything, all the Tahoe, and
That's perfect.
Lots of good resources around here for sure.
And look at how you lead in. Practice spirituality or mindfulness,
Nice.
right? In nature or whatever. You know, many people find their purpose through prayer, meditation, or some sort of spiritual framework that they find themselves in.
Yeah.
And a lot of things work. And it's mainly just that. The metaphor I like is if you had a bucket of muddy water, right? And it's always in motion and you're shaking it up, it's going to stay muddy.
Yeah.
You let that bucket sit for a while, the sand and mud settles and the water gets clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is the same way.
Yeah.
If you spend a little bit of time of just letting everything get still, everything is going to settle into the layers that they're supposed to, and it's easy to identify, you know, what's happening, what's making your water muddy, that kind of thing, right? So spending time, if it's every day, if it's a set time, if it's whatever, for me, Tuesday nights is when I just get out there and clear everything out. That really, really is a valuable thing. And especially, like I said, if you can do it in nature like we have here. But there's also in cities and anywhere you are, there are spaces that are designed for that, because people recognized since the beginning of time how valuable that is for humans.
For sure, man. And pray, like you said, like there's something there for sure working for us. So don't be afraid to tap into it. I was for a long time, but it's real and it's there, you know? And so however you want to approach that, but
yeah. And then in those times, or like we were saying at the beginning, just ask who needs me, right? I know that there's a certain stress that can come with that, where you feel like maybe people are pulling you in all directions, but you should be grateful if a lot of people need you, and a lot of people would be impacted by
something happening
to you, right? And how crushed they would be. Purpose awesome comes from not from self-focus, but from seeing who in your world benefits when you show up fully for them. Right. And that's been one of my driving purposes for a long time. When I first came out of the hospital, I had no idea who I was going to be. You know, I just lost my leg.
And somebody as cool as me, man.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I didn't know I'd be blessed. I didn't know I'd be blessed with you.
Major documentary.
You know, it's funny. I was digging through my yearbooks. My buddy passed away, and we had a lot of our old friends come up. It was almost like a reunion. Mm-hmm. I found some of my yearbooks. And shout out this dude Royce if he's paying attention. Royce said, "I'll see you on TV soon." Royce knew.
Royce deserves a shout out.
Royce,
sure. Freaking Royce, man.
Dude, Royce was so good in Little League too.
Was he?
He grew like 2 feet taller than everyone right away, and he could just cram homers. There was this kid in our grade who was left-handed and was a left-handed pitcher, and Royce would hit a homer off of him every single time.
I love it.
Yeah, we
You
used
see
to.
the dude got hit in the face with the baseball?
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Dude, that was so gnarly.
Yeah.
Probably broke his face.
So ask who needs me. I mean, don't feel stressed about the fact that people need you. Feel grateful, right? And put yourself in position where people need you. We're talking about finding purpose in your life. Other people as a purpose is extremely powerful, and it's something to be grateful for, and it's something to really focus all of your attention on.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're in that situation where you're feeling that low, you got to realize, man, people will miss you. And like, you know, the first funeral of a guy that took his life that I went to, there was 200 plus people there. And I kept thinking the whole time, like, if this dude knew that 200 people would be there crying about losing him, maybe
He
that
wouldn't
would
have
have
done
changed the thought,
Yeah,
right?
he wouldn't have done it. Yeah. Yeah. And something else to think about is that all 200 of those people are going through stuff themselves.
Exactly.
You
And
know.
may have had that thought before, or,
For sure.
you know,
man.
they're in pain too.
Yeah.
But
I think it hits all of us in different ways at some point, you know.
100%.
And that's okay. You know, it's kind of weird if you haven't been in like crazy pain and questioned life, you know.
Yeah.
But,
So the last thing, and this was when I was talking to a kid that had expressed they were feeling these thoughts. And they told me that they didn't think what they were doing was big enough. And my only thought was embrace small acts of goodness, right? Purpose doesn't always come from big achievements. Sometimes it's just daily kindness and
100%.
integrity that you live out, right?
Yeah.
And I've had kids, my dad always talks about this, and I've had the same experience. Kids that I said one simple nice thing to, one interaction, and many years later, they show up and say, like, dude, I held on to that for a long time.
Yeah.
Or like,
I've been there.
Yeah.
With you, I remember a couple moments.
yeah, but I mean, I've done big acts
I
of kindness
won't,
for
I
you,
won't stroke your ego by telling you when, but
bro. My ego, you can't stroke it enough, dude. I'm very happy with myself. You don't need to worry about that. Like, I'm barely able to wear hats. I'm always at the last dot. My head is super big and full of good thoughts. Because my head is so
I
big,
see. Okay.
right? That's a metaphor and a
That's
fact.
true, man.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
the last three.
I got a big old brain working in here.
Yeah.
That's how I come up with all these ideas. So anyway, do never think that your contributions are too small.
Yeah.
Is the point. And I know how that can feel. I know that I've thought before that I could have done more for someone. Well, maybe you could have done more, but don't underestimate what you did do
Yeah.
or what you can do from that point forward.
100%. You got to start with where you're at, what you got now. Like, what are we doing? That's,
Just
you know.
Embrace those small acts. You can very simply write a nice little small note, one sentence note. You can compliment somebody. You can, give them a ride home. You can whatever. A very small thing can make a big difference, and they all compound.
Building that foundation.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So anything more on the topic of finding a purpose, and don't take your own life, please. We care about you.
Just don't do it. We care about you. You know.
All right.
There's a lot of other things you can do than that.
Yeah. Including a list of 15 that I came up with just by typing.
Yeah.
You guys ready to pick it up a little?
What are we at? 38. This is the idea, or do you want to wait?
This is the idea. I don't have a whole lot more to add unless you do.
Nah. I mean, how are you doing, man?
Oh, in general?
Yeah. I think
my lungs are being a problem. I keep on getting, like, if I get a little minor sickness, I get real sick for a long time. I pushed pretty hard creating a barbecue and organizing funeral stuff and funeral after party for my buddy.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. So when I first lost my leg, he said, he didn't let me be sad for 1 second. He said, we got to throw a party for each of your 5 toes. That was his first thought when I told him I was losing it, right?
Yeah.
And then he had a little toast and everything for each of my 5 toes. Talk about, like, embrace the small acts. Like, I still remember, like, him caring about each of my toes, right?
Right.
And so I felt like I needed to repay that gift, especially because that was the day of his service was the 21st anniversary of me losing my leg.
Oh wow.
So like he played a big role in me not wallowing.
Serendipity.
And so like yeah, so the just sort of full circle nature of that thing.
Yeah.
But then shaking all those hands and getting all those hugs and stuff, I got a cold or something from somebody,
Okay.
and it just lingered. And like, dude, there was a couple days I literally could not get out of bed. Like, I would wake up motivated, ready to go, get up and try it, be brushing my teeth, and then just like, oh my god, I'm done.
Brutal.
And like any small chore I do, I get all sweaty and out of breath and tired, like as if I had just. Like, it's crazy because I used to be able to go 10-minute live rounds.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, and now like doing the dishes will sap all of it.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, and then it's a little frustrating because it's just the medical system moves like pond water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
fuck yeah, I know.
I get an appointment for something that one doctor says I need, and it takes 2 months to get in there or whatever. My heart is like seems like it's doing okay, but my oxygen, like even right now, I'm at 89. Most people are probably 95 to 100 always. And I've been getting these dips where I get in the low 80s, and I got to get on the condenser and stuff. So
damn, dude.
that's been tough.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd be over that by now, but it is what it is. It's my purpose right now is to not let that
yes.
sap my enthusiasm.
So, I mean, let's, give the people, I think, a little insight into how you're feeling about it all, and like, what are your methods of getting through a time like this?
So one of them is to find little things I can build and art I can do. I've been doing some painting, gardening, those kind of things. Stay busy and like, okay, I can only do a small amount of things. Yeah. Well, let me use all the energy I have to do that thing, right? Yeah. And it's not any different than what I used to do. I used to have a lot of energy and I did a lot of things with that energy. Now I got a small amount. I'll do a small amount of things. But to me, to stay sane, one simple thing that helps is all of the energy I have, I use it, right? And I put it towards something productive. And whether that's, 10 minutes of energy or 10 hours of energy, right. I'm going to pour it all out. And then next, being very grateful that I'm sick in Lake Tahoe.
Right.
I mean, that helps a lot. Like, okay, I'm going to be sick. Well, I might as well be sick in a place that looks like it was scooped out by God's hand. You know what I mean? Yep. Go to the beach. Yeah. That kind of stuff. Pet dogs.
Just perspective. Yeah.
Right. Look at my dog that has one eye and saggy nipples and black skin and
kind of sets the bar. Huh?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, if this dog can be happy to see me every morning, I should be happy to be here every morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's one thing. And then also, I still get hit up nonstop for advice or help, or I just get compliments and stuff like that. That keeps me going. And then I've been writing a lot and like digging through old pictures and seeing that person and sending them a thing like, hey, I'm stuck at home. I got time to look at this. I found this. I printed this out, sent it to you, whatever, stuff like that. That has helped a lot. And then coming up with ideas to make people laugh for this podcast helps too.
I love it. Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
that's got a lot of people that care about you, man. Including me. So not to get like no homo or anything, but
I appreciate that.
We all care about you.
Thank you.
And everybody, I know that you keep a lot of what you're going through low key because that's in your nature.
Yeah.
But just know, people give a shit and want to know what's going on. And
thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, and for all those people out there, don't worry. I'll be back in action before long. And if not, I hope I gave you the tools to freaking do your own stuff based on what you learned from me. That's all I ask for wrestlers and people that coached with me and all of that stuff is don't be sad that I'm not there or whatever right now. Just whatever I showed you or whatever you think I would want you to be doing, just do that. And that'll boost me more than anything. Right? Because it would have ended at some point anyway.
Yeah, but the world needs more Ryan for a lot longer. So
that's why we're podding.
Yeah,
I know they do need. They need it a lot. pretty
Yeah.
special guy.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. You ready for the idea now?
Yeah, let's send it. Let's bring it up a little bit.
Okay, raise your hand if you've seen a World's Greatest Dad mug or shirt.
I've seen one.
Okay, everybody's seen one,
Everybody
right?
in the room's seen one.
Okay, and pretty
Love
much
it.
every kid gets every dad one at least at some point, right?
Right.
Or like it's a fairly common thing.
Yeah.
Well, you don't say I'm world's greatest MMA fighter because somebody will show up and make you prove it, right? Or you'll have to go in there and prove it. You don't
Right.
they don't give you the mug before you proved it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like you don't say like, I'm the fastest man in the world without having a race.
100%.
Okay.
Like you can be a self-proclaiming best dad, but you can't. It's a lot harder.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's settle it. Who gets the mug? World's greatest dad competition.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. This could be a reality show or this
Yeah.
could be like an Olympic type event,
Dude.
right?
Yeah.
Get the dads. Okay,
Who can like carry a baby the longest? Like who can like
I love that
cook
one. I
the
should have
best
added that.
burgers? Like,
Well, yeah. So I made some events.
Okay.
And if you got another event or chat, you got events, let me know. It's a tournament style bracket because I love brackets, right? Dads from across the country. Just by the way, I put together, you can't really see it, but I put together a whole outline. That's how well thought out this idea is. I have like 6 notes on my phone of ideas. All right, dads from across the country or globe, if it gets that big, they apply to compete. Narrow down. We do some regional contests, like this is the best dad from there, or whatever.
Okay.
It's a blend of obstacle courses, skill challenge, comedy, wholesome dad moments, right? We got to have a celebrity judge panel.
Right, of course.
A mix of comedians, athletes, maybe one actual dad expert or maybe kids. I don't know. Right? Challenges. First, barbecue showdown. Okay. You must grill burgers, hot dogs, or ribs under time, judged on taste, flair, and use of dad jokes while cooking. Right? That's a must, right?
Yeah.
Lawnmower Grand Prix. You gotta race push mowers around a course. Bonus for like straightest lines, whatever, like
cool design,
whatever it is. DIY fix it frenzy. Either it's like a broken thing and you got to fix it.
You get like duct tape and a hammer.
Duct tape, hammer, like ingenuity matters. Or like who can assemble an IKEA desk the fastest without cussing in front of the kids.
Okay.
And you have to have your kid as your helper. You got to ask him for the tools and stuff.
I love it.
Right?
Just with a drawer of just junk and that's your tools.
Yes,
you
exactly.
Dig through the drawer.
Drawer of junk or like stuff you inherited from your dad in the garage. Like those little, I have these things I got from my grandpa that have just all these little like screws and bolts and
thumbtacks
springs and stuff. Right? So just DIY fix it frenzy.
Okay.
Dad joke off. That's a must since I
Standard.
rock a lot of dad jokes on my channel. Just pun-filled battle. Points are awarded for groans, chuckles, or originality.
Cool.
Right?
I like it. Groceries
one trip challenge. Carry all the grocery bags from the car to the kitchen in one trip without dropping the bread or eggs. You gotta get all the bags in. With a crying baby, whatever.
Yeah.
Bedtime story speed run.
Okay.
You got to read the children's book with maximum soothing power while still keeping it entertaining. And it's
maximum soothing power.
Car seat installation madness. Time challenge, which dad can install a car seat safely and correctly in record time.
I love it.
And then I don't know. I was thinking, baby carry or like, who can come home and the kids are happiest.
Would be the ultimate, the final, like maybe doing everything. You had to carry baby, drink a beer,
like the whole course,
tell a joke, and fix something. Everything all at once.
And fix something, and then like take a nap, fall asleep right away, look disapprovingly. Yeah. So the scoring I have, this can be fixed, but I think skill, just 40% practical dad abilities on display.
Okay.
Because you got to have a dad who can do these things.
Right.
Dadness factor, socks with sandals, jokes, awkward dance moves, weird celebrations, things that'll make the kid, like you got to have the kids in the crowd if they're cringing, like that's, bonus.
Yeah.
And heart, just wholesome energy. How much kids' family cheer for them. Genuine good guy vibes. Right?
Genuine good guy vibes.
And then trophy is golden, world's greatest dad mug.
Right.
Dude,
Dude.
cargo
legit.
shorts, lifetime supply of duct tape and barbecue sauce. Parade in their hometown, led by lawnmower.
I love it.
And the official title of world's greatest dad. Maybe. So I don't know if it should be. I think then that guy has to defend his thing next year, right? He gets world's greatest dad for 1 year, but he could start slipping whatever. And then I thought of another couple spin-offs. America's Next Top Uncle. Stepdad Showdown. And
what the fuck?
And then the kids version, like world's greatest son or daughter or brother or sister. Like
So
we have
funny.
a whole like
Yeah.
channels worth of programming here now.
Oh, that's hilarious. America's Next Top Best Uncle.
America's Next Top Uncle.
That's the fucking dude.
I would kill that one.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
They hit
Funkle.
the Funkle.
Top Funkle.
They hit the Uncle jackpot with me.
Yep.
So that's the idea. World's greatest dad competition. Let's make it definitive. No more free mugs. No more T-shirt. No more.
Yeah, you gotta earn that shit.
The only downside is it does kind of ruin like kid who realizes it's Father's Day tomorrow. What gifts he gonna get? You know what I mean?
Buy some supplies for the dad off.
Yeah, I guess so. Helps
Cargo
him train.
shorts and the whole thing. Get some of the uniform.
Buys him World's Greatest Dad for Dummies training manual.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Exactly.
Breaks something and has him fix it.
Yeah, for practice. Yep.
So that's the idea.
I love it.
All right,
it's a great idea, man. Another great idea in the chamber.
Yeah, this you guys have gotten 6, I think, really good ideas, and then that bonus idea of Felony Land. It's kind of like the Purge, kind of like the Purge, but yeah, we could call it Purge World too.
Dude, people love Felony Land.
Felony Land, like I'm thinking,
get away with everything.
This is what I want.
Imagine what would happen if you did a good deed in Felony Land.
I guess you technically can, because you're trying to hide your crimes. You know what I mean? So you can do good deeds in Felony Land. Like I was actually watching the thing of the Godfather of Harlem, and he gave out all these turkeys and stuff to people, even though he was also selling drugs to the same neighborhoods and all of that. So
in Felony Land, you're still trying to hide your felonies? You're not.
I mean, I guess you can't. Like it's all an interactive. I don't know. I didn't create a sheet for that. That was a throwaway idea. I'm thinking this is what I want to do in Felony
Land. The better you do, the more of a felon you become. So if you do something really good, you get the death penalty.
Okay, I like that.
You know what I mean?
This is what I want to do in Felony Land. I want you watched The Godfather before, right? Mm-hmm. When he's sitting at the desk at his daughter's wedding, and all the guys are coming and asking him for favors. I want to be at the desk, having them come and ask me favors, and then telling my henchmen to go make it happen. Kill this guy, burn this down, whatever. And then I also really want to do. Here's the thing: in real life, I could never do a bank heist because,
dude, in Felony
they would find out who I was. They would know.
Right.
I'm not gonna blend in. They'd be like, "Oh, it's a one-legged guy who kept making jokes, and had pink hair hanging out the bottom of his, hanging out of his baklava." And he gave me a motivational speech or whatever. But in Felony Land, I could.
I taught some people wrestling while he was there.
Yeah, like the cop was coming at him and
showed him how to do an arm drag.
Yeah, he's like, "No, wait, dude, you're not gonna take me down with that. Here, let me show you. Here, get in a better stance." So anyway, I can't do it in real life. Even if I could get myself to be a thief, I couldn't.
Right.
But and I could not be a cat burglar. I'm the least sneaky thing there is.
Right.
I squeak. Like, dude, I squeak and I
squeak.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
But in Felony Land, maybe. I could at least try.
Oh yeah.
But I could definitely plan a heist and run it. Bring your boys to Felony Land.
You
It's
could
like,
get creative in Felony Land.
oh yeah,
You know, you could create a whole gang of pink-haired, one-legged bandits.
that would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, we all show up. I cut off everyone's legs,
Yeah.
and then we all spread out, and you don't know which one did it. I'll feed all my boys till they get thick,
Yeah.
dye their hair pink, cut off their legs. We do a bunch. Which one did it? I want you line up at that like thing where there's somebody behind the glass picking who did it.
Uh-huh.
There's like a bunch of people that it could be.
There's just one guy who's like,
So, world's greatest ad competition in Felony Land. Let's leave them with that, huh?
money.
All right.
I like it.
All right. Peace out. I closed to the song so you don't get it. I'll put it in post production. Episode 5 just got uploaded because I realized I forgot I put it on Spotify. This will be up Sunday night if you want to watch it on our YouTube channel, Coach and Coco Cast, or find us on Spotify, Coach and Coco Cast. We're getting a pretty good amount of people on Spotify.
Sick.
A lot of dudes.
I bet.
A lot of dudes.
Send your girlfriends and
Yeah.
moms and grandmas.
Yeah. And their friends. Send your
Grandmas
grandmas.
love us, dude.
Grandmas do love us. Grandmas love me so much.
Me too. All right, guys.
All right.
Later.
Thanks. Love you. Later, TikTok. All right, let's see. No rewards. 81 viewers, though. Okay, go.
Not bad, dude. That was fun.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Oh, boy.